The What Up Doe Show. Your commentary on sports, entertainment, and alternative news.
Yeah. Come on with it. Hey, it's the What Up Doe, the What Up Doe, the What Up Doe Show. Yo, what up, though? Yo, what's going on? It's your boy T. Wilson. I am live on a Wednesday morning. I know Wednesday is usually my freestyle challenge day, and I would like to come back on but it's the last week of the month, so I've been very busy, been working some long hours this week, so I haven't had a chance to put something together, but it ain't over. 7:30 will burn. The 7:30 will burn. Trust me about that. Yeah. Yo, I just want to say big ups to all my people out there that are ready for their hump day and getting it on, man, because this is a good long week. Got some birthday shouts. Alicia Marie, happy birthday to you. The stunningly beautiful Whitney Smith, happy birthday. One of my best friends, baby girls, Kayla Celeste. She's all grown up now. How you doing, Kayla? Happy birthday. And last but not least, my homegirl from Waco Meadow. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Big up to Flo. Flo Word, happy birthday to all of y'all. Yo, we got quite a bit to cover, so we're just gonna go ahead and get this party started.
What Up Doe Sports.
In sports, yesterday I reported about Josh Shaw from USC, defensive back, rescuing his nephew at the pool. Well, it appears that story might not be true. According to TMZ, someone called police to report a suspicious person shimmying down the side of a building in downtown LA near the USC campus. The tipster gave a description of the suspicious person to police. Cops spoke to the woman at the building and gave the woman a description of the suspicious person and asked if she had seen anyone who matched the description, and her response was, "Yes, that sounds like my boyfriend, Josh Shaw." There's more. USC coach Steve Sarkisian says, "Josh Shaw, first and foremost, is a good person and a good kid. He came to us with what had occurred Saturday night. I have no reason and no history to not believe Josh and his story of what has occurred." Steve Sarkisian said Tuesday, "Obviously, within the last few hours or so, we've gotten a few phone calls contradicting what Josh said occurred on Saturday night, so we're going to continue to vet it. We're looking at it, but beyond that, I only know what I know. So, leave me alone." Saturday, Josh Shaw's sister spoke on the incident that occurred with her son and Josh to Kurt Sandoval of ABC 7 in LA, and according to him, she confirms Josh saved her son from the pool and was hurt in the process. I wonder if anyone listening and anyone that heard it yesterday expected his sister to rat him out. Not me. Dagnammit with the chip booms.
What Up Doe Entertainment.
Suge Knight is not cooperating with police. Yesterday I mentioned Marlon Wayans was being sued for saying an actor looks like Cleveland Brown. His defense, he does look like Cleveland Brown. R&B singer Kim is performing this morning on GMA on Good Morning America to promote his new CD titled Promise to Love. Kim has proven to be one of the top R&B singers of our time, and he's really blown up. Great story. His original band is the band that I used to be in. So actually from his original band, there's only one member left in the group, and that is Marlon Wild Bill Curry, the percussionist, a close friend of mine. So I'm very proud of Kim. I'm very proud of what they accomplished. Dave McMurray, who plays saxophone, plays in with him every now and then. Great story. Came from homelessness, does a free concert every year at Mac and Third, where he had his last drink before he went into rehab and into homelessness and and all of the other good stuff that came about in his life, and now he's able to give back. One of the great stories of our time, man. Big ups to Kim, and congratulations on your new album. I can't wait to hear it. I know it's going to be the bomb.
What Up Doe News?
In Centerville, Virginia, commuters driving through I-66 in Centerville were faced with an unexpected challenge Monday as recently placed lane lines began stripping and curving. Just over a week prior, highway workers laid down temporary tape to designate lanes while road work was being done. But as rush hour came and went, the tape was subject to increasing wear and tear and eventually started peeling and repositioning itself. So people were zigging when they were supposed to be zagging because the lanes did a zooging. The cumbersome roadways caused accidents and massive delays, with traffic described as horrific by frustrated commuters. One driver was quoted as saying, "I think Kramer did this." God dagnabbit. I'm getting sick of this shit. Portsmouth, England. A horrified woman discovered a dead mouse in a box of Kellogg's Crunchy Nut cornflakes, prompting her to swear off the brand forever. 50-year-old Pauline Henderson was only trying to serve breakfast to her grandson, Toby. "Your name is Toby!" And when she noticed something much different than a prize fall from a freshly unsealed box of cereal, "In the morning, I poured some into a bowl for him and noticed something block under the cover of the cornflakes," Henderson told the What Up Doe Show England. "Then I saw the mouse. It was horrible, and I felt absolutely sick. Goodness knows how long that mouse was in the box, or if it was dead or alive, or when it went in. I don't know if I had mice. I don't know if it came from the factory. I don't know if it came out of the field. It was a mouse in my house, and it was in the cornflakes. It was horrible. I spoke to Kellogg's. They asked me if I wanted another box, and I said, no, I don't want another box. I'm horrified. There was a mouse in the house, and it was in my cornflakes. Put me off buying any Crunchy Nut anything for the rest of my frickin' life. There was a mouse in my house, and it was in my cornflakes." In Salvador, Brazil, a man thought to have died awoke the following morning in a body bag in a local morgue. Second time that's happened in within the 54-year-old Valdelucio Conval. Yeah, I was trying to avoid saying this freaking guy's name. Valdelucio Goncalves had been informed their loved one had died from respiratory and multiple organ failure following a pair of heart attacks, and the body could be identified at the morgue of Manandro de Farias, a general hospital in Salvador, Brazil. Workers at the morgue let me in. Oh, I'm sorry. Workers at the morgue let me in. You know I got to do a voice. And they showed me where he was lying in a zipped-up bog. This was Goncalves' brother, Walterio, described to the What Up Doe Brazil. But as I got closer, I could see it was wriggling. Then he saw it raising and falling as if it was breathing. I went crazy and shouted for the medical team, the nurse, the president, somebody, help me! So they could see what was happening. It's wriggling. They checked him out and confirmed he was still alive, as if the dead body was moving. Of course he's still alive. Damn it, he's wriggling. He's wriggling. Of course he's still alive. What kind of a statement is that? What kind of a shit? I just want to do the rrr. There wasn't even an R in that. Anyway. I, Valducio, saw death at my feet, but my faith was so great that I was cured, wrote Goncalves. He wrote it because he can't speak, but he still writes with the same bad Brazilian accent that I do. I was cured. In Bolton, England, my English accent, of course, is even worse than my Brazilian accent. A man in England was fined for wasting police time after telling his girlfriend he was kidnapped so he could stay at a party with his friends. The unnamed man up, man. Just say I'm staying at a party with my friends. Damn it. If you gotta tell that big of a lie to the girl, then quit her ass. Anyway, the unnamed man told his girlfriend he was being held in a house until he repaid €50 to the fabricated captor. The man's understandably panicked girlfriend called the police to report the fictional crime, launching a very costly manhunt that even led to an unnecessary arrest. Oh, I didn't know about the arrest. Anyway, considerable resources and time. Oh, I forgot. My bad accent. Considerable resources and time then went into finding this man, who, it transpires, made the entire thing up so he could stay out at the party. Heavens to Murgatroyd. Detective Inspector Joe Clausen said in a statement, "This is without a doubt one of the most foolish and irresponsible incidents I have been involved in. Significant resources were taken off the front line on a Friday night of all times, which is without exception one of the busiest times of the week. Heavens to Murgatroyd. Was he thinking? What was he thinking?" Over a dozen officers executed a neighborhood search, knocking on doors and combing through CCTV footage. The quote-unquote missing man was eventually discovered at a party around 1:30 a.m. Saturday morning, raving, dancing, pouring alcohol on himself, and calling himself Sapphire. Rather than arrest him, the man was fined on the spot and will forever have a criminal record. We'll show that guy. We'll show that bastard. Heavens to Murgatroyd. In Charleston, South Carolina, a photographer used a stun gun and high-end film equipment to record couples and friends tasing each other in a state of simulated nudity. Patrick Hall records its subjects' anticipation, shock, and pain as 300,000 volts of electricity ran through their body. Some people screamed, while others were quiet. Hall told the What Up Doe Show, "A few people looked like they were experiencing pleasure, while others had the most painful faces I've ever seen. I even had about 4 guys and girls who didn't react at all. It's like they do this in their bedroom all the time. They seemed completely unfazed when they got tased, and I know that you like the way that was phrased, as 300,000 volts of electricity ran through their booties." Hall's project is met with a largely positive reaction. However, that is one modeling job that I'll pass on. It's kind of like asking me if I want cornflakes with mice in it. I'll pass. And it is now time to tell you that I hate my mouse on my computer. Forget about the mouse in my cereal. This damn chip, boom, chip, boom. Drives me freaking crazy. Anyway, I want to say what up, though, to Latone Hart. He hosts a show called The 730 Show. I'm going to burn his ass at the stake. He made a song about me. A mixtape. A whole mixtape. He made a whole mixtape about me. Weasel. Didn't like that. He's going down for that. It's going to burn. It's going to burn something horrible. And it's now time for your Netflix movie review. All right, last night I watched a movie called Mad Money. It was it's an older film actually, with Queen Latifah and a couple other ladies that worked at a Federal Reserve and figured out a way to steal a whole lot of money. It was not very realistic, but it was pretty funny. It was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. I had a good time with it. 3 out of 5. Nothing to jump up and down and rave about, but I wouldn't totally wean it off. Ladies probably enjoy it more than guys, but it's, even though it's kind of funny, it's a little bit of a chick flick, considering it's ladies are the heroes type deal. But I had fun with it. I honestly did have a good time with it. So if you get a chance, check it out. It's called Mad Money. I gave it a 3 out of 5, and that is my Netflix movie review. And I think that's all I got for today, folks. That's my show. I want to thank you all for listening, man. I know it's nothing serious today. Some people got used to me getting a little serious because of the Ferguson stuff. I did hear of another shooting yesterday, but I don't know the details yet, so I'm going to look into it and see. Allegedly, there was a white kid that was shot, unarmed white kid shot by police, but they don't know the circumstances. He was evidently suicidal, had attempted suicide 2 days prior, so I don't know if what the provocation was, but it happened in front of his parents. It was pretty ugly from the little bit that I heard about it, read about it. Until I know some more details, I'm not going to talk about it. I think I'm going to speak on it tomorrow, do some research today, but we'll look into that. Big up to Murray Riley Jr. He hosts a show called Stump and Talk, Stump and Shout Talk Show. Really love his show. The 7:30 show is hosted by Latone Hart. It's good. It's on Spreaker.com. It's a fun show. It's gonna burn, so you better listen quick before I burn that down. And also big up to Lisa Marie, aka Miss Giggles. She has a show called Juice Talk Radio. Excellent show. And on that note, I want to say peace out, Prissy Crease out, keep the police out while I bust his niece out. Have a fantastic day, and I'm out of here. Peace.
Oh, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
What up, though?